I love when I get to do live shows. I find that not only is it therapeutic, it's an opportunity for me to let those who are deep in thought know that I'm thinking about them. It's an opportunity for me to tell those who are battling battles that they didn't want to battle or didn't know that they had to battle that it's okay. It's an opportunity for me to let you know that you matter, that I care. And I can't say what everybody else's feelings are, but I care. You mean something to me, and I love you. If nobody else tells you this, at least you know that I love you. I don't have to know your name. I don't have to know your gender, your religion, or anything else. I simply need to know that you're here and that you are taking a breath, that you are continuing to fight. I salute you. I salute you for being able to fight. If you are somebody who's having a little bit of trouble and you're still not quite sure what to do, then dial 3 numbers, 988. Just 3 numbers. You don't got to tell them your name. You don't got to tell them where you are. You simply just dial 3 numbers and have a conversation. Get the help that you need. Because the world is not a better place without you. The world is so much better with you in it. Somewhere, somehow, you've made the smallest impact that seems so big to someone who you did not know. That small gesture of giving someone food or a little bit of pocket change. Maybe telling somebody good morning or, hey, you look nice today. Whatever it was, know that you matter. So before you make a decision that we have to live with, make one that you can live with and get help. What's going on, Pride Nation? Welcome back to another Field Review podcast show. My job has truly not liked me recently. I can tell because the first thing it did was made sure to keep me held over. One day I'm gonna break it all down. The moment I get to change my career, I'm gonna break down what I do and why I do it and why I love what I do, but why I think it's time for me to leave, because I do value time and I think time is important. People, it's Thursday, and obviously there's a football game coming on tonight, so that's one part, but there's also a game coming up on Sunday. That's another part, and then there's the reaction to this game. And I've been dying to get into this. I've listened to maybe a few different people's podcasts, particularly Bears fan, and I'm about to tell them a new one because I find this argument that they give to be ironic. So buckle up, people. Get yourself together. It's time to get active and have some fun, people. Let's see who in the building with me. We got my man, Friendly Neighborhood Lions fan in the building. My man, Mike is in the building. Kobe is in the building. Gino is in the building. We got my man, Big T, in the building. He says, what up, Luke G and Pride Nation? What up, dude? Troy is in the building. Chrome is in the building. We got my man, Lee Bender, in the building. The great one, Mike, is in the building. My man, my brother from Roar the Lion, UK, Anthony is in the building. Luke streaming and Mike streaming in the same evening. Are we blessed? 2 of the best YouTubers going. Hope you're well, Luke. I'm doing good. Yeah, I had to get this in. I had to get this in because I was like, look, I'm going to have to talk about this game because I'm seeing things that I don't like. But I will say this: Pride Nation, for the most part, made me proud this week versus what they did last week. So we'll get into that. We got my man Dark Twerks in the building. One Funky Lions fan is in the building. Jon Kapler, what's going on, brother? Salute to you. Welcome to the show. Looney Tune is in the building. Dr. Paparoni is in the building. Detroit D is in the building. My man Noel. I always mess his name up. Patelta. I know he gonna kill me for it. He be over there. Y'all gotta check this man out. That man be putting in work in that gym, getting them pull-ups on and everything. I be seeing you over there, brother. Listen, first thing is first. Make sure I miss somebody. That fan man is in the building. Craig Ferguson, Marcus Willis is in the building. Ward-off Lions in the building. Make sure I ain't forgetting nobody. Who else? All right. Mike Kidd is in the building. I'm gonna make sure I get people in here. If you in here, put the post in there, hit the like button. Let's have some fun because I'm finna go in. First thing first, these goddamn Bears fans need prayer. Okay, they need prayer. I don't know how people can watch the same game and sees two different things. I don't know how this happens. I don't know why it happens, but this is always amazing to me. I have never in my life seen a fan base complain about something that was 98% accurate. And I'm going to tell you what I mean. The Bear fan base seemed to believe that the only reason that the Lions won this game was because of the refs. I'm going to let y'all sit on that for a minute. Mike Kidd says Spartan sucks, but one pride, though. 9 drinks in the building. Oh, we got a new one in the building. Okay, what's this? Sands Entertainment 2.0. What's going on, brother or sister? I can't tell. I'm trying to make sure. Let me know what's going on, brother. Hey, I'm happy to see you. All right. Now, when they said this, I thought to myself, okay, do they have a reasonable gripe? And I thought about it. The referees didn't cause you the game. They didn't. They literally showed everything you did. When you held, you really did held. When you pass interference, you really did pass interference. When you was hands to the face, you really did have hands to the face. But the call that everyone wants to point out is a call that, in my opinion, lets you know the difference between a person with a winner's mindset and a loser's mindset. The one call that everybody wants to point out is the roughing the passer on Jared Goff as he ran out of bounds. Now, I want y'all to take a second to just think about this, okay? Was that a roughing the passer call? Nope. Nope. But it wasn't. But you know why it was at the same time? Because he was clearly out of bounds and the defender is still punching at the ball. Why in the hell would you do that? That's not a ref fault. That's your fault. He's already out of bounds and you're punching at the ball. To do what? Push it further out of bounds? Like, what are you doing? The second call that they are furious with is after the interception, they said that, oh, that was a bogus call. No, it really happened. They literally showed it in real time, and it happened. But the audacity of this fan base to talk about officiating as if though that this is something shocking. The officials cost you the game. How about the fact that you guys got up on a 14-point lead, your quarterback panicked and served the ball up? How about that? How about the fact that your quarterback, when he was unable to run, was unable to deliver a single pass? How about that? Blame that stuff. Blame the fact that for all the things that's going on in that game, it was more so of you than it was the refs. Now, on the other end of it, I'm proud of the Lions because I think there's a part of the Lions that I give more credit to based on this small fact. Anytime you come out there and your starting receiving core is Khalif Raymond, Tom Kennedy, and Amon-Ra St. Brown, and you still win, I'm giving you all the praise. This is just 100% that. Now, one of the things that happened last week on Lions on the Prowl, when we did the free-for-all Friday, you can go back and check the tape. I said that in order for the Lions to win this game, they need to pass the ball. And they need to pass it often and early. And I said, in my opinion, if you're coming to the game and you're trying to say to yourself, hey, how would I stop the Lions? I will argue, focus on stopping the run. And what do you know? They geared up to stop the run. See, I'm everybody's quick to want to come in here and try to prove me wrong when I say something, but they're never quick to come in here and say, yep, you called that one, right? They love to come and tell me how wrong I am and how I don't know this. But when I'm right, I don't get that same reaction. I want to know where those people are at because that's exactly what they did, and they needed to do it. And the strangest part of it was watching the game, I didn't care that they couldn't run the ball as much as I was happy that they were able to still pass the ball and pick up crucial third downs. I thought the Lions offense was phenomenal in that regard in crucial third downs, not overall efficiency per se, I guess, but in crucial third downs, I was excited. And the other thing that I was in a big happy part about it, he said, oh, this is Greasy. I'm on the game podcast and channel. Oh, I'm like, what the hell? Welcome. But the other thing that stood out to me was the Lions defense, because, I know that we like to point out different things and stuff like that, but this is why I tell people, wait for the season to play out before y'all start pulling up after one game talking to me crazy. Because if you watch that game, I got to be honest, the most ugly thing in the entire game, the most ugly, despicable thing I saw in that entire game is watching a supposed hard-hitting safety get trucked by a goddamn quarterback. I was struggling with understanding. And not only did he get trucked, he got put into concussion protocol. And I'm thinking, this is a joke. This has to be a joke. There's no way this is real. Did I just watch this man get laid out by the quarterback? Could you imagine in football as a defender, you coming up with a free lick on the quarterback? I can see if the quarterback was the size of Calvin Johnson. I can see if the quarterback was the size of, like, I don't know, somebody big. I don't care he's 230. It's a free lick on the quarterback. You let the quarterback get lower than you. I don't care about his 230. He didn't get trucked by a goddamn. It wasn't like they had Refrigerator Perry back there. You're coming downhill with the quarterback and got trucked. Like, that's just a bunch of bullshit. I'm sorry. It was the most ugliest thing. I don't care. He's 6'3", 230. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. I don't care. He's the quarterback. If the kicker was 6'4", 250 and did it, would you still feel good about it? No, it's a kicker. You have to drill them. You have to hit them. That's the ugliest part of the game. To get knocked out by the quarterback on the goal line. Ugliest part. Best part of the game, ironically, I can't believe I'm saying this. Best part of the game was Alex Anzalone. For me. He was the best part. Why? He was all over the field. And even though he was in trailing position in a lot of those cases, I don't care. He was still able to be there for a play to make the tackle. I was cool with that. But I didn't like how we wasn't really able to get up on them fast and stay up. And I'm okay with that. But I said Alex Anzalone. I'm giving them props this time. For two reasons. Their inability to run the ball was, in my opinion, reflected on linebacker play. That's just my opinion. It was reflected on linebacker play, and I felt that Alex Anzalone, it started with him. Because one of the things with him was he was always near the play. Kirby Joseph, I know everybody named Mama, lost their goddamn mind for a week. I get it. Welcome back to reality. He had a bit of a rough day, but that's to be expected. I thought that it was intriguing. Obviously, everybody's going to remember the interception for a touchdown by Okuda. But for me, it was Alex Anzalone. I thought, okay, if we're going to do anything, we got to stop the run. And outside, believe it or not, Kirby Joseph, last line of defense, he was one of the reasons, in my opinion, that we should have stopped the run. But if you take out Justin Fields' rushing attempts, right? Because Justin Fields basically was the one that was running the ball. They were still doing good in terms of running the ball, but overall, they wouldn't even had a broke 100 yards rushing. They wouldn't have, because our linebackers were doing enough. Another guy that people didn't want to talk about, but he made a few plays in his small time, Jared Davis. Don't want to talk about that, but it's the reality. I was ecstatic to see that. Now, there was something that happened in this game, and I wanted to see if people was going to say something. Okay? And they didn't. I didn't see nobody talk about them going for it on fourth. Nobody. Perry Ball, what up, though, brother? I'm good. How are you? I didn't see nobody talking about him going for it on fourth. Nobody. And I waited. And it's funny to me how coaching decisions only get questioned when you lose. What's going on, Chris Wallace? But I'm just trying to figure this out. Dan Campbell pretty much did much of the same stuff and going for it in fourth downs and stuff. No, not a complaint. Not one. There's nobody to say anything. This game to me, like I said, we dominated the Packers. I could not say we dominated this. To me, a domination is simple. There are three phases of the game: offense, defense, special teams. If you can win two or more of those three phases, you dominated. Right? But I didn't see nothing. I didn't see nobody talking about it. I love it going for it on fourth. Called it live. I don't have a problem with fourth down. You got an extra down, go for it. I don't have a problem with it. Jared Davis had a massive pass breakup on third down. Yeah. Another thing they did was, which is funny, they used Alex Anzalone a few times to spy the quarterback. Then they tried to use a safety. It just didn't work. What worked was when you had gap discipline. When the D-line was keeping that gap discipline, the D-ends is keeping it inside. There's a few times where I felt like, okay, my man, Aiden Hutchinson, he should have had about 4 sacks that game. He just overran the play. He just overran it. There was one play they had him bottled up, and Aiden Hutchinson ran right past him. I was like, how? And he ran it in for a touchdown, unfortunately, demolishing the safety on his way in there. I mean, I'm not 6'3", but I can assure you a 6'3", 230-pound quarterback is not doing that to me. Not when I was playing. It's not happening. But overall, I was happy they got the win. I picked them to win the game. I figured it would be close. I know people was talking, on the Bears end was talking about, they missed a field goal. They missed a field goal. If we get the field goal, this don't even count. Well, there's a lot of things that I could point out on if, fifths, and fifths. But at the end of the day, it's just not there, right? It's just not there. Julian Ocore, he's gonna get praised because he was there. I wish that he hit the weight room more, because I'm like, man, I thought Justin Fields was gonna break the damn tackle again. Like, seriously. Kobe says Hutch should have like 10 sacks. He's always over pursuing quarterback. That's the problem. Hopefully he honed that stuff in. He hones it in and bring it in a little bit better. This was the best coach game under Campbell. I think he had some other ones. You're talking about if you're talking about this season, yeah. But I mean, depends on how you look at it. I just like the fact that there was adjustments made and there wasn't a lot of things given up. Now, the one bad thing that irritated me the most was how often, I'll put it this way. Early in the game, the Lions defense seemed to forget. They seemed to forget that we were playing a football game. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. There was a few plays where I felt that our defenders wasn't aware of what was going on, and had they turned around, it's a interception, or it's a better pass breakup, or maybe it's a tackle for a loss. But there was too many times where they allowed that quarterback to get going, and I just thought, yeah, wake up. Ironically, they did, and I was very excited about it. I know a lot of people was upset that they couldn't run the ball on the Bears, but if you're coming in knowing that you got the worst run defense, yeah, I'm going to tell you to gear up to stop the run. We did better than that. We think about this. Your starting receiving core was Tom Kennedy, Khalif Raymond, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. And you know who the number one target is. And yet you still couldn't stop him. You couldn't do anything to shake him. And you know he's the number one target. Think about that for a moment. Think about how crazy it must be for you to know who the number one target was and couldn't do nothing with it. They let that man get 119 yards on 10 receptions. Let him run the ball like he was a madman. I mean, just a do-all and nothing. Like the tight ends not being there, they're finding a way to spread the ball around, but that's because they don't really trust the tight ends, and the quarterback got to find some way to throw the ball around. So whatever. But I'll be damned. I know St. Brown was exactly who I thought he was. He was one of the guys I spotlighted before that draft even came. I was surprised he fell to the 4th round. He reminded me so much of Hines Ward, and it was there. I was happy that the Lions were able, when they did get home, they got home enough to disrupt the quarterback's passes. And when Fields couldn't throw it, hey, it was a good day for us. So that was my take on the game. I was excited about the win. I was happy we went on the road and got it. I was happy about every damn thing, decision-making, everything. I hated that we got down, but I love that we never gave up in the fight. And to me, when they talk about playing a game of grit, this is what they're talking about. This is what they're referring to when talking about a game of grit. It's these kind of games that we're going to talk about in terms of grit. And that was what you win when you look up and everybody's doubting you. You go out there and you pull out a win in a gritty game. That's what it looks like. Now, because I got in here so late in terms of a Thursday, I got to talk about the Giants game. And in my opinion, the Lions should win this game. Okay? The Lions should win this game, and I'll tell you why. I looked all over. I was curious as hell when it came to the Lions and the Giants, and I was just like, okay, I want to be fair about this. And the more I looked at the Giants, the more I felt like your biggest obstacle is just simply shutting down their rushing attack. It ain't just stopping Saquon Barkley. It's not, because I believe that the other running back, I can't think of his damn name right now. I'm drawing a blank on it. I believe that he can do enough too. But my thing is if there's ever a game where you need for the quarterback to kind of live his best life and pass, this is the one. This is the one. If there's a game where I need for a person to be passing the ball, this is it. Because for me, you have to start at stopping the run. You have to. They are essentially you. They got one, maybe two weapons. One, maybe two weapons. And if you eliminate one of the two, you should win the game. Defensively, you just got to eliminate that. And offensively, you got to score when opportunities are presenting themselves. That's it. You don't got to do nothing special. You don't got to reinvent the wheel. You just need to eliminate the one weapon. That's it. And when I look at this team, this Giants team, they've been fortunate. They've been real fortunate. And that's cool. I love fortunate teams because that means they come in and they get to realize some things about the other team and they underestimate them. And that's cool. But when I watch this game, stop the run. Offensively, you have to run. This is not a game you really want to do a lot of passing. You have to run. You have to. And if you can do that, if you can run the ball, you can change everything. You can change every single aspect. Because right now, what I see is a team that comes in here, they so up and down. Do they got a better completion percentage than us? Yep. Not by much, but yep. Do they have injuries? Yep, we all got that problem. Are they missing key people? Yep, they are. But when you go and look at their bread and butter, when you go and look at what they do to win games, they dink and dunk your ass to death, and they run the ball. That's what they do. If you're going to look up passing yards, look up passing yards for the Giants. Matter of fact, I'll show you. Let me make this big. I'll show you. Because when you look at this, I think there's something that needs to be said about this. I think there's something that needs to be there. I see you in the back, Gunner. So let me bring this up. All right. What I did was I highlighted who had the least amount of passing yards. And what do you know? It's in the number 3 spot. It's the goddamn Giants. It's the Giants. Now, Southwest Alliance says, Luke, everybody underestimates the Giants, and they have been underestimated to the tune of 7 and to a record. It says Giants 20, Lions 16. Hope I'm wrong, but I'm ready to get. See, I'm gonna tell you why. This is the difference. They have been underestimated. The same way I believe that they're going to underestimate the Lions. We at home, Lions ain't really doing nothing. They ain't got no receivers, right? That's what they saying. But they can't really pass the ball. Like this, like you really can't pass the ball. Now, when we go and change this, let me go back into the rushing attack because I feel like you start to see a different story. They're getting by because they're dinking and dunking everybody to death, and they're running that damn thing like, look, we're going to run this ball. Here we go. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. They're number 4 in rushing yards. So you take away the short stuff, the dink and dunking stuff. You take away the rushing attack. That's your defensive game plan. Offensively, let's go back up here. So I want to show you why I believe that the Lions will beat the Giants. They haven't done anything to change my view of it. They just can't get out-coached. That's just the reality for me. All right. In terms of passing yards, let's go down here. You got the Lions. Where are they at? Right here. So you're talking about a team in the middle of the pack in terms of the passing yards. And I think if I'm them, I'm coming out saying I can stop them in the pass, but I don't think they can. I think that the Lions have savvy route running receivers who can get some work done. I thought I read that we was getting Chark and Romeo back. Could be wrong. I can't remember. But in my opinion, this is how the game is going to get played and how it is won. Oh, 100% they got to pack the box. Let me get my man Ghost Gunner in here. Gunner, what's going on, brother?
Hey, what's up, Luke?
Not much, man. Jon Kapler says, we ain't at home. We're in New Jersey playing Sunday. I know that, which is why I said we need to run the ball and still pass it efficiently on them. Same thing we did in the last 2 games, but pass it efficiently on them. And I think for us, the biggest thing is we got to be prepared to get our hands on the ball. They're not going to be taking a lot of deep shots and mid shots. They like to dink and dunk. You got to take that dink and dunk stuff away, and you got to take away the run. You got to force the quarterback to have to make passing decisions. Because now you're talking about Kirby Joseph can be getting another interception. Okuda can be getting another interception. Linebackers can be getting interceptions. I don't think that if they can't run the ball, that they're going to do much of anything else. Gunner, what you got for me, brother?
No, yeah, I agree. This is a game you have to run the shit out of the ball on them. I expect us to play the screens really well, like we did on that Okuda interception. Just able to stay in front of the screen. I expect our D lineman to be disciplined.
That was a difference. That was the difference in the second half. Them keeping gap assignment and staying disciplined.
It was nice to see a linebacker as our leading tackler for once in a game.
Well,
compared to the safeties, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the safeties have been our leading tacklers too often. Getting to that next level has been a problem.
But yeah, they got to stop Saquon from going crazy and Daniel Jones from running around. So he can run too.
He can, but you know what? I'm not worried about him. I've seen him run.
But yeah,
one time he ran so fast he killed himself. You saw it when he fell over. He just
It's looking like we're not going to have Pascal though. He's not practiced 2 days in a row.
At the end of the day, the Lions should be coming into this game because it's going to be cold as hell. Let's get that out the way.
Oh, 100%.
2, if you are running the ball and you get up on them early, they don't have time to run the ball.
No, yeah, like this is they've been limiting Swift snap count these last few weeks. This is the time to unleash Swift, in my opinion.
I mean, I think with the Swift, Dan Campbell said on Tuesday that they're going to leave him on a snap count, so he's still supposed to be on a snap count. But at this point, I just want wins.
Yeah. If he gets 9 carries and we win, it's a win.
Huh? This guy right here. I don't know who this is that come up with these fake accounts, but this is just absolutely ridiculous. And I know they want attention, so I'm gonna let them have it.
Shit.
I mean, Gunner, people in the chat.
So bored, honestly.
Is this not the dumbest thing? Luke out of hiding at the 2 in a row. He couldn't rip the team or coaches down. What? And listen, I'm leaving this up for 2 reasons, people. I want y'all to look at this because I hope he changed his name. Okay? I hope he changed his name from this. 1, you look stupid with this name. Let's get out of the way. And 2, when have you heard me rip down the coaches? In fact, that's probably why I get yelled at, because I don't go after the coaches. What are you talking about? What do you mean? When we win, I praise them. When we lose, I still analyze, give the praise on the good, give them the bad and the ugly. What are you talking about? What? This dude out here is true. I'm gonna leave that up there for this guy right here. Dude is he wanted the attention. Now you got it.
Plus, it was like 90% of the fan base that wanted Aaron Glenn fired before that Green Bay game. Like, come on.
You're
like that 10% of people that were just like, stop.
Listen, anybody who's watched me know that I have been a defender of Dan Campbell. I have not once went after Dan Campbell. I've been a defender. And that's how you know when a person is trolling and do not listen to my content legitimately. Because they come in and they make these statements that don't make sense. And they assume that, oh, you're hiding. If I was hiding, wouldn't I have come back out after something else? No, I have a job. I have children. I go play somewhere. I'm busy. Good grief. Let me bring in my man Greasy. Greasy, you in there?
Yeah, I'm in here, bro. People got too much time on their hands.
Bro, what is this?
When
have you heard me say anything about the coaches? Let's start there.
Never, bro.
Who has been my target this whole season?
The team. The offense.
Brad Holmes.
It's Brad Holmes. Brad Holmes has been my problem. He's always been my problem. But Aaron Glenn is going to change his name to something else like Matt Patricia or Dan Campbell or Aiden Hutchinson. He's going to pick every other person's name except his own. He'll end up being Luke G. He'll end up being everything else. Right? But when you make these kind of statements and you want the attention, I will give it to you, because at this point, that tells me everything I need to know. You're not listening to the content. You simply take a segment and decide to come in here and think you're funny. But the only thing that people are going to laugh at is you, because if you were paying attention, which I know you're paying attention to now, I go after Brad Holmes. Brad Holmes is my problem. I have issues with Brad Holmes. That's where I start at, because I still see things. And you wonder why they want you fired, Aaron Glenn. Get the hell out of here with this. Good grief. All right. Listen, Grizzy.
He said I'm Kyrie. Oh, man. Why can't we just be happy going to 2-game winning streak, man? Right. Why can't we just happy going to another game where we can win, man? Like, come on now, y'all.
And this is the thing that made me excited. I didn't have no Lion fans being apologetic to Bears. None. I didn't have when the Packers lost, I had Lions fans being super apologetic and making excuses, and I'm like, y'all full of crap. But this time around, they was letting them have it. No, we beat y'all. We came back. Blah blah. Yes, keep that same energy. Keep that energy.
I feel good.
Don't make no sense.
It's always effing Bears, no matter what.
Yeah. But anyway, Greasy, who you got the Lions winning this upcoming week? Lions or Giants?
I got the Lions winning, man.
Okay, and so let me ask you a question. Why are you picking them?
Because I feel like our offense should be scoring enough points on their defense. Man, they offense ain't really nothing to be scared of. We stop the running. That's all we got to do. Who you believe in that quarterback? I don't believe in Jones at all, man. I think Goff is a better quarterback than Jones, man. We should not lose to New York. Shouldn't.
I feel like if you let Saquon Barkley go off, then you're gonna have a problem. That's why I feel like if you all you have to do, and I hate to say this, but I know Rodriguez is gonna probably be healthy enough to play this game. Do not play him in this game, and I'm gonna tell you why. I just think, based on how it's looking right now, that you need to have people who can fill the gaps and hit the gaps and hold a tackle. And I'm not saying that Michael Rodriguez can't do that, but right now you're having a little bit of a stride within your front seven. And I don't want to disrupt that. All you have to do is contain Saquon Barkley. I'll even go on a limb. Can you hold him to 100 yards or less? That's it. 100 yards or less. Nothing special, nothing big, 100 yards or less.
I like what Barnes been doing in there too, man.
I feel like the reason Burns is performing now, whereas he was. Oh, let me do this really quick. Let me stop. So Lions Fans Express, okay, has just started a YouTube channel. Let me go get. Hold on. Let me go back. He just started a YouTube channel, and so he's obviously talking Lions content. And I believe in supporting people who want to show love to our sports teams or just doing good in general when it comes to the state of Michigan. Even though people act like, oh, you're a Spartan fan, so you don't root for nothing in Michigan. That's BS, because when Michigan play Ohio State, I am rooting for Michigan. So that's just hogwash. But Lions Fans Express has just started a channel for the Lions. And if y'all can do so kind, I'm trying to get the link to it. If y'all can do so kind to show them some love. And let me see, there we go. Bam. All right. And I'm gonna put the link to his channel in there, and y'all can check him out, man. Y'all can figure out what it is that y'all like and stuff like that. I respect what he's doing, and I think y'all would like it. Let me put it in the chat. All right. Boom. There it is. There's the link to it right there. All right. And right there's the link. Now let me put the thing on the screen for y'all. Because I'm sorry. I just believe in showing support and love to people, man. People out here trying to get things going, and why not? So let me make this big. Here's his channel. He's at 12 subs. He's new to the game. There's nothing bigger than being new to something and getting a little bit of voter confidence. So before my show is over, he should be at 20. I'm only asking for 8 of y'all to subscribe to him. If he gets over 20, hey, Pride Nation, stand up. If he gets over 20, Pride Nation, stand up. So we're going to spot watch until we get him over 20. All right, off rip. We at 15. I need 5 more. I feel like the preacher at the Baptist church. I just need 5 more. Somebody that's going to come out here and dedicate themselves to talking Lion sports and doing it in that way, let's show them some love and respect. That's all I'm saying. Give them some love and respect, man. We at 17. I'm just trying to get him. I want to get him to 20. The best thing I like about his videos is they short and right to the point. So off rip, and we just like that. We at 20. Pride Nation, stand up. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all 100%. My man Jon Kapler has just joined us. John, long time no see, sir.
What's going on, gang?
Not much. John, you know I work, right?
Oh, yes, sir. And you know I work.
Yeah,
and we both know, man, it is a bunch of nonsense and bull some days.
Man, yeah, it's
been a week at my place. So
dude, listen, they've been tagging me. So first of all, let me just shout out the people who just subscribed and everything. Shout out to y'all, man. Stand up, Pride Nation. Like I said, I want to make sure that we show love to each other because this community gets bigger with each person who jumps in, and I'm going to support them. Right? I'm going to have
to get on that. I saw the link when I was sitting in the back.
The link is in
there. I'll have to hop back in there.
I'm gonna repost the link again. So I'll repost it again. John, who do you have winning this upcoming game with the Lions versus the Giants? Who do you have winning?
I mean, do you want me to get analytical on this to take 15 minutes or?
Well, we ain't got 15 minutes to give, but just give me your winner.
The Giants.
Got 15 minutes. You get the Giants.
The Giants.
And what's the one deciding factor you have for the Giants winning?
We have a linebacker who misses tackles named Alex Anelzone, who's going to be skating backwards trying to tackle Saquon Barkley. He did it. He did it this past week. He looked like he's playing against Barry Sanders, trying to go backwards just to slow him down. And he's looking this way, then looking, this way. Like, where's he at? Just to try and slow him down, waiting for a safety to help him. I can't wait. I can't wait. I know he got 10 tackles. That's awesome, but he missed some stuff. I can't wait for him to whiff and just to show more reasons why he needs to be cut. And in free agency, we need to go and sign Tremaine Edmonds from the Bills and draft a linebacker. I can't wait for it. It's going to be great. He's going to be the new meme. Remember when there was that meme of that little lion getting shoved down? Him falling over is about to be the new YouTube meme.
I'll tell you this what. At least this past week, I felt that he was more around the ball than usual. And I felt that the one thing about him is he do struggle to get off blocks. But I feel like this past week he was more around the ball, and I felt that he was more involved when it came to running the run game of the Bears. And in this game, if he's back to his old ways, then yeah, I'm gonna be disappointed. Chris Wallace says I actually do music and I have a YouTube channel, but that's music. We on football. Post the link in there. I support everything, bro. I'm not. I think I came over here one time. Somebody had hit me up and said that their wife had started a bakery or something. I put it on there.
I remember that.
Yeah,
oh my god.
Yeah, I
remember that. That was so long ago.
Yeah,
did she cook?
Listen. I didn't have a chance to go. I got two problems. One, my job works the hell out of me, and two, I got kids who work the hell out of me. So I'm always just working on the railroad at this point.
Yeah, he always getting spanked in Mortal Kombat by his son.
You know what though? Speaking of sons, right? It took me a while, but I finally figured out how to beat.
Street Fighter. My bad. Street Fighter.
I finally figured out how to beat this kid, and it took me forever. You understand me?
Yes, put that boy in timeout. Bend him over and spank him with a Hadouken.
The crazy part is after I beat him, you know what he told me? I'm going to tell you the best thing. You know what he told me?
Oh, shit.
You cheated.
He didn't say you cheated. You know
he didn't say he cheated. I know his kid didn't say that.
He told me, enjoy it while you can. I said, what?
Yep. That's about what I expected you were going to say. Something like that.
Enjoy it while you can. So shout out to my
Did he throw an old man after that?
No, listen, he just went back to practicing.
No, that's going to come in the teenage years. I promise you.
I had to
He's
start
still
playing
young
with
enough.
dude.
You don't do that.
I had to start playing with Dalcine because I was like, this is becoming ridiculous. I had to reach out and touch.
No, get the Asian chick and hit start so she switches from punch to kicks and just kick that just.
Yeah, no, he's got it down packed. So I'm proud of him. He's a good winner.
Good for little man.
But yeah,
Giants. Giants are gonna win.
So one of the things that I look at with this game is in talking about Saquon, because to me everything is evolving around Saquon. Like you just can't let Saquon do you like that. You cannot. We got two more joining. Let me get them in here, man. We finna have some fun today. My man Anthony from RachelMarieSports UK is in the building. What's going on?
Anthony. What up, my UK guy?
Hey, old. How are we?
Is it cold yet in the UK, my friend? Are you freezing?
Mike's
over there in the sluggy right now.
Because it's cold.
It's been raining for the last 2 days constantly, and it is freezing.
It's
Oh,
colder
dude,
than
it's
hell,
been
man.
flurrying here, and it's getting colder than a witch's you-know-what.
Hey, now Mike said
And
this
this
is
is
turn
fall,
I.
folks.
Mike said this is turn I. I've always, Mike, you know, we always talk about the kids and stuff. 100%. The next person joining us is Lions Rumble 81. What's going on, Rumble?
What up, though, boys?
What up, Rumble?
Mike's really talking
So
about
listen.
it getting odd. He was Micro Michelle about a week and a half ago. I don't want to hear about it getting odd.
Take it a step further. Take it one step further. Mike, we go. No, let's back to football.
It's Micro Michelle in the building.
Back to football.
Love you, Mike.
Here's my thing, because you just came in, Rumble, and you just came in, Anthony. I want to get to you guys on this. Who are you picking to win the? Boy, Mike, come on, it just got odd. What the hell? Speak of the devil himself and talking about being odd. Why every time y'all see Mike,
Hey.
Mike he looks like he's in the Blair Witch Project. and
Man, like he's searching for
Right.
ghosts or something.
He's searching for that win.
Mike, what's going on, Mike?
Hey,
Listen,
hey, what's going on, guys?
again,
What
for
is
the people
going
in
on?
the chat, this is an open forum. I do let anybody in as long as if you're new, I ain't gonna ask you to show me your camera before you come on because I don't have time for stupid stuff. And if you decide to bring a clown to the circus, I will entertain clowns today. I'm just not in the mood. But we start this off. We start off with you on this one, Rumble. Who you got winning this game, Giants or Lions?
I think the Lions are going to squeak it out again. I think they really showed a lot of resiliency last week because we forget, man, Justin Fields had that first play out of the gate, man. The guy went nuts, man. Ran it for like 60 yards or something. And they really showed poise and actually like bringing a game to their tempo and playing at their tempo. And then, you know, we saw the pick six from Jeff Okudah. That was all in the plan right there. Everything finally clicked, and they got the ball rolling. And we know Saquon and the Giants are run heavy. Saquon runs it 30 times a game. I think those guys on the D line and linebackers are licking their chops because they know that, you know, they're going to have to stop him. So I think they're up for the task this week.
All right. I mean, look, I'm getting y'all views on this because I have mine, and it is what it is. It says, well, damn, Luke, my cam don't work. Well, just make sure you get your name as Ricky Bobby when you come in, and I'll get you in there. What the hell happened to Mike already? Anthony, who do you have winning this game? Lions or Giants?
Lions are going to kick the Giants' ass. I think. I genuinely think we're better in the trenches than they are, and this game is going to influence around the run. We need to run the ball down their throat. They've got the worst run defense in the league in terms of how much yards they give up per carry. It's 5.5. You know, that's, you know, really good in terms of what we do because, you know, we run the ball on teams very well. So I see us doing that, being able to have long, sustainable drives like we did against the Chicago Bears and, you know, take the time off the clock, put points on the board, you know, just be brutal with it, really. And then on the other side of the ball, you know, Malcolm Rodriguez is going to be healthy. We've got Jared Davis coming in playing situationally well against the run. So you've got linebackers to go and support the defensive line to stop Barkley from running on you. And if you can do that, then that team becomes bang average. They beat you through time of possession and wearing you down, and they beat you with Saquon Barkley. If you can turn that time of possession in your favor and you can keep Barkley a little bit quiet, they're very, very beatable. I think this team is young. It's full of confidence. It's won 2 on the bounce. It's got nothing to lose. The Giants, a lot of pressure on them. Eagles just lost the other day. The conference is up for grabs. Are they going to buckle under the pressure? I think they will.
Listen, it's an open forum, people. I give you opportunity to come in and speak your piece and roll with it. We got a newcomer in the game, Chris Wallace. What's going on, Chris?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Hey, welcome to the show, brher. What do you got, man?
What's up,
Let me
Chris?
know. Who do you think gonna win, Lions or Giants?
Man, I wouldn't be a Lions fan if I wouldn't say my own team.
but you gotta really believe
but no,
it. See,
to be completely honest, I still choose the Lions only because I kind of agree with the notion that you said. We kind of on the same aspect as far as like weapons, injuries, whatever. Like you said, we know what we got to do, and I feel like that's always been any team game plan. You shut down Saquon, you know you got him. You know, if we and it's not just defense though. Like we still have to capitalize, on the offense on whatever we can get because we know to, F up some stuff sometime. But they've been pretty decent in the red zone lately. So, I got us winning, man, by at least I'll say a touchdown.
All right, not mad at that one bit. Mike, let me tell you something. I be watching your videos, right? And I swear to God, I've come to a conclusion that I can't watch your stuff and drink a single damn thing. I have ruined a few dashboards. Like, what the hell he just say? I've ruined a few clothes because at the most random moment, Mike would make an emphasis on a point, and what he would say would be so off guard and funny that I'd be like, why did he even do this? This
straight butt cheeks.
Yeah, straight butt cheeks.
Hey, that absolutely straight butt cheeks. Subscribe to my channel if you want a grizzly bear to scratch you to death. Subscribe to my channel if you want a dinosaur to bite your head off.
I'm like, where you be coming up with this, man? I swear to God, man.
Mike, who do you have? Lions or Giants winning this Sunday?
Well, first off, I did send you a picture that will prove how we won against the Chicago Bears. I DM'd you via Twitter, as well as how we're going to win. Yep. So I sent that to you really quick. Also, how we win is we got to get more points at the end of the game than the Giants.
The key to the game is score more points.
Than the other team. I mean, just being honest. Yes, score more points than the other team. That's how you win.
I mean, he's such a rocket scientist.
I mean, it's, but in all honesty, guys, that's yeah. What you got to do is you got to slow down Saquon Barkley, and in the fourth quarter, have an opportunity where you're ahead, and Daniel Jones has the football, and they got to go down the field and score because I don't believe he has the arm talent to do that. And just like we did with Justin Fields, if we get in that situation where we're ahead and they have the ball last, I think our defense will win it. We win 24-23. Lions victory, 3 games in a row.
All right, we got a question.
Another 1-point win.
We got a question for Anthony. I want to make sure I give it to him. That fan man says, please ask Anthony, who is going to dominate more? Detroit over the New York Giants or U of M over OSU?
Oh, I already said Michigan. I already said Michigan's going to kick Ohio State.
Don't make me put on my hat.
Easy,
so yes, sir.
Michigan are going to, and I don't like Michigan really at all, but they are going to kick Ohio State's ass. So that'll be the biggest combination.
Now, let me ask Crimson who's going to have his winning before I get into this other part that I want to jump on, which is this, Crimson. Who do you got winning this game, the Lions or the Giants?
Okay, I'm probably going to be the one pessimist here. I got the Giants. It's just I don't.
No, you were the only one that said it. We had some other people that.
No, I said it too. I said it too. Giants.
You did. Honestly, I just don't think Dan's gonna out coach Brian. I just don't.
And
I think
that brings me to my next question.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem with Dan is he gets out coached really easily. It's really just gonna matter on talent. I'm not gonna say it's that we can't win. It's either just gonna be the talent outpowers them or just get out coached. And I think Dan just got really lucky that the other 2 teams in our division are, well, terrible.
I'm going to push back on you a little bit, and I'm going to tell you why. Everybody wants to sit here and praise the head coach of the Giants because they're looking at that record, right? And they attribute that to the coach, right? And I get it. You want to say, oh, the coach made this decision, or he made that decision, and he did this, and he did that. I totally get it. But the reality of it is this, that you have to have good play design and good execution for it to work in a lot of those instances. And I feel like when looking at this game, I'm not worried about Dan Campbell getting out coached by this guy. In fact, when the Lions win, that won't even be the narrative. The narrative won't be that Dan Campbell out coached him. They're going to downplay it and say it's everything but Dan Campbell. And so for me, I look at it and I just simply say, you're going to have to put 2 teams together who are going to have a lot of the same problems. Whereas we got a one-trick pony, and I'm in Ross St. Brown, but we also got a second trick where we can, throw Swift in there and get some things going on. And I think the matchups is on our side, is in our favor in a lot of those instances. Now, in the case of, what's his name? Dable. In the case of him, Do I think he's done some things coaching to help his team win? Yeah, but I also think that the other team didn't have bad coaching, whereas they had bad execution. And when you look at the Lions over these games where they were losing, it wasn't necessarily coaching decisions for a lot of the time that doomed them. It was just poor execution, like missed tackles. And it happened in the Bears game when you got the quarterback right up at the end of the game to close the game out, and it take you 8 tries. So these little things do add up and make a difference, but that's exactly why that brought me to this question. How much of this game is going to come down to coaching? And we start this off with you, Grizzy. How much of this game is coming down to coaching for you?
Me? You talking to me?
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna come down to coaching.
Ooh. I don't either. I just don't believe that
really
coaching
don't.
is the answer. I don't think it's going to come down to coaching. Gunner, what about you? How much of this game is coming down to coaching?
I agree with that. I think it's just going to be mostly just a slugfest. I don't think it's going to be super overly complex as some people might think.
What is he gonna do? Is he gonna draw up a play that makes it to where nothing they do is count? I don't see that happening. I don't see that. Rumble,
I see this is what I see. Okay, I'll let him go.
Oh yeah, me. I think the players are all buying into Dan Campbell and that coaching staff. I think the players now are starting to believe in them because they got them going through these drills in practice and these game plans. And I think finally everything's coming full tilt. I'm expecting a great showing from our boys this week.
Mike, what you think? How much of this is going to come down?
The one coaching thing that I say it will come down to that is relevant is time of possession, and I think that both DeBall and Dan Campbell got to understand that should be part of the game plan. Who controls time of possession? Because the Giants are damn good at that, and I think that does do with relevance to the head coach. And obviously the other thing, which I don't really think it is too much, is turnovers. Right now the Giants are +4 turnover differential. They are 6th in the NFL. The Detroit Lions are 21 in the NFL at -2. So those two will be big factors.
And this is one of the reasons why I said that the Lions need to run the ball, because you got to minimize those turnovers versus any team, honestly.
100%.
But in this game, it's cold as hell. Don't be doing all these deep routes and the receiver not wide open, because at that point, you're asking him to fight his natural progression of not only his skin stretching back from being cold as hell, but to take a hit. That's tough. That's tough. And I don't know. I don't know if I feel like this is a game that I'm going to look at and say it's going to come down to coaching. If it do come down to that, I'll be the first to come back and go, hey, I was wrong about that. But like I said, last week, I did not think that the Lions should have went into that game trying to run against the Bears. I thought that they should have passed it, and luckily they did. Because I just told myself, if I'm the Bears, I'm stopping the run. Anthony, what do you think? How much of this game is going to come down to coaching?
I think this game comes down to maybe 5% coaching. I don't think it's going to be much for me. It's execution in the run game. Who can execute the run game better and who can defend against the run game better? Because whoever wins those battles is going to win this game. I think the only thing coaching-wise it's going to come down to is a little situational area, where when to take points, when to not take points. We've criticised Dan Campbell for being too aggressive on the 4th downs, etc. over the years. But look at the Bears. He took the field goal early while we were there. Those 3 points won us the game. He's learning. He's getting better at it. You don't want to be driving 6-7 minutes, not coming away with points. Sometimes just put the points on the board, get them there. They may do you later in the game. That's sort of I think that's the only bit where coaching is going to be relevant. But for most of the game, it's execution of the players in the run game. That's what it's going to be.
That's it. Yeah, I see Buffed Up talking about, so this is going to be the revenge game for Galladay. Well,
is he even playing?
Is
he healthy? Is he alive?
No.
Is he alive?
Is he alive?
He's not alive. He's in my basement.
I'm just asking. But
Michelle.
Shut up, Galladay. I'm playing with them.
Chris Wallace, man, tell me, man, how much of this game is going to come down to coaching?
Y'all kind of already said what I was going to say. I honestly believe, I agree with Mike and Anthony as far as the possession, but to me, that's what really it boils down to, because not being over aggressive or, on 4th downs, or if you decide to go like that matters in certain games, and we done seen that. But it's like you don't want our defense to just be out there. If y'all can't stop, they can sit up there and get 2 yards per carry. But if y'all can't stop them, they just gonna chip you down. Like you said, it's gonna be cold. Y'all don't want to just be out there and can't stop the run. You want to get in there, do what you got to do, give our offense the ball, and we run it down their throat. Maybe send a couple, little over the top plays that we could get it. But no, run the ball and grind this game out.
That's how I see it. John, how much of this is going to come down to coaching?
A lot of what I wanted to say has already been said, but I do think a little bit more than people think it, on our side at least, it's going to come down to coaching. From what Mike said, making the right decisions, taking points when they're available. You have the best puncher in the game, punt it when you need to. And it's cold. Yes, run the ball. Don't need to be throwing it deep. I still say, stick with slant route, short stuff, but mostly run it out and be smart when it comes to your play calling. Don't do nothing stupid. It's a cold, old school game. Run the ball and be smart with your play decisions. No need to be ballsy.
I mean, I get it. I get what you're saying about it come down to coaching.
Because Dan Campbell, when he gets hands around his throat, he gets nervous and he starts doing stupid stuff. He needs to remember what he's done the last 2 games and be confident in what you're doing. I mean, that was then. This is now. This is a whole new game.
I'm just saying. We talk.
No, I get what you're saying, but he's got to remember. He's got to remember what he did.
Let's hope he's learning. That's what I hope.
Exactly.
I think he's shown progression in areas, but I also think that much of the talk of his coaching decisions are just simply because we're losing. Like I said, last week against the Packers, he had a call that I thought everybody was going to say something about, and nobody talked about it. I was like,
there's a couple of those Packers ones I was about to kick his ass in, man. I was like, oh. I was talking to Herm on the side, and I said, I'm gonna light this dude up, man. Like, if we lose this game, I swear to God, man, I swear I'm gonna kill this boy.
But it worked though, Mike. If you look at it, sometimes.
Man, look, dude, they turned it over to Karen Rogers. I was pissed, man. I was live streaming, and I said, I just got so pissed.
It would bring it out of you, but I still feel like when you look at Dan Campbell, you know what I'm saying? I'm just putting it out there that when he makes these same aggressive calls, we tend to only throw a damn fit about it when we don't win.
When it don't work.
I think that's not. I don't think that's. I think you can do your 4th down calls, just not 6 times in a row. Like, you got to be smart about it. It's like, all right, man, like, don't be like how he went field goal the first drive or the Chicago game. That's the right call. And then when he went for it on 4th, I think it was 4th and 1, and they did the play action, the tight end. That was the right call. Before it even happened, I said, you got to go for it here. Now, when he did a couple weeks ago, going for it again, the Patriots 6 straight times, that's not the right call, man. That's some stupid stuff right there, man.
See, I'm okay with it because for me, sometimes you have to just say to yourself, look, at this point, if I'm going to lose, I'm going to just lose hard. I get it.
He said, I'm going to lose trying to win.
I'm going to lose my whole ass.
If I got to lose, I'm going all out.
I'm going to lose 75-0 today, baby.
I'm going to tell you what. No, I'm going to explain it to you. So one of the reasons I say that is because sometimes I've seen games be lost because they've played into the script of the game. And whenever I see teams often playing into the script of the game, I go, oh, this is going to cause you to lose the game. I like having the coach who is willing to just be like, you know what, I'm going off script. And if I'm already losing, or let's say the game is close, and I got a chance for this to be a turning play, those little small decisions can turn the play if it works. It's when they don't work that we get upset, or we don't win that we get mad. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, man, you said I don't mind going off script, But when you're going off prescription scripts and you're getting off your meds and you're doing some crazy shit,
man.
When these calls were 4th and 9, man, I'm gonna go 5 wide with Jared Goff.
To the nah.
I'm just saying, you got to be able to have that ability to say, you know what, I'm gonna do something out of the box. I'm okay with it.
That's definitely out the box.
Because this came up.
Mike G Field interview.
The first thing,
listen. I get what everybody's saying. I'm just saying that sometimes you got to do something straight. Like, I'll give you a perfect example, right? Like, obviously, Madden ain't the best game to use it in, right? But there's been times in Madden where, like, I'm talking about the whole game. If I was in your red zone, I went for it on every 4th down. I never punt or took a field goal. Every 4th down, I went for it. Why? Because you still got to march
It's
the
a
other
video
way.
game.
I know.
It's a video game.
It is. But what I'm saying is if you're in that red zone, and let's say you only 15 yards out, if you don't get it, they still got to march all the way the other way.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
but momentum could change too when you get nothing.
Wait, that fat man said, "Who punts the man?" I do if I'm not in the red zone.
if you're like behind 50, heck yeah.
Nah, man. When I play Madden, I never punt. Man, I'll go for it.
You never? No, I always punt. It makes a difference.
Because I suck at video games, so I want. And then I'll take the other controller over if my kid's playing, and then I'll like move a guy all the way to the left so my wide receiver's wide open. Touchdown, baby.
You just terrible. They say if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Best Madden to not punting and to just run the crap out of the ball. Right there. Do not punt in this game. Run it all day long. Works every time.
My man Adam is in the building. What's going on, Adam? Let me ask you.
Adam Bay freaking Dune, what up, buddy? I've been meaning to talk to you.
This is a big one right here. I want to jump into this really quick. This is a big one because now that they announced that a football game is going to be at Ford Field and it's going to be free, I gotta ask: Is anybody going? Who's going?
You didn't know that? Yeah, it's free on Sunday. Bills and Cleveland Browns because they had moved it to Detroit. So if you're in the local area, if you live in the local area, go to Ford Field. So.
Man, Bill's gonna lose twice in a row at Ford Field in less than a week. That's crazy.
Oh shit! I think
you,
I
Adam.
might have to go. Yeah.
It's a bit far for me.
I live in Ohio. I want to go see no Cleveland game. I don't want to see the Browns.
Oh yeah, you know what? Look, listen. I'm gonna tell you how shitty I am. It just dawned on me, right? That I asked who's going, and Anthony's all the way in the UK. This is so disrespectful.
He going. He's got to pay.
What an asshole!
I'm sorry.
What an asshole!
He just needs like a $1,500 ticket for the plane. But yeah, he'll be over there.
Shout out to
Adam. Before you go, Adam. Before you go, we are playing in New York. I need to see a video of Adam and Mike Valeni because Mike Valeni is the biggest Giants fan. And it would be the greatest video. Adam and Mike Valeni just back and forth. It would be Mike Tyson versus Mike Tyson. I need a video with those two talking Lions and Giants.
Well, shoot
measuring contest
on Twitter. Let me hear.
Good afternoon.
I'm gonna botch your name. I'm not even. It says thou should not cheer a strange team in your own castle. That's why I'm asking. Like, who really wants to go to this game? Like,
hey, if I lived in the Detroit area, I would. Hell yeah, free ass game, man. Ford Field's fun, man. Ford Field's fun to hang out at.
The Lions on Thursday turn right around and play the Bills, so you can still see the Bills. Why would you go to this game? I don't have a desire to go to this game, and it's played at the same time as your team.
Unless you scout.
I'm not going. I don't live in the Detroit area, but if you want to take your family there to Ford Field, it's fun to do that. It absolutely is.
Okay, if anybody, okay, Grazy, if you were here, or if you're not, I don't know. We're gonna just say if you were, would you go to this game on Sunday?
No.
What about you, Gunner? Would you go to see the Bills play the Cleveland Browns on Sunday?
If we didn't play at the same time, then I would. But since we do, no.
All right. What about you, Rumble? Would you go if you was here? Would you go and see the Bills play Cleveland. It's a free game. Obviously, the Lions play at 1:00. They'll be in New York, which is another story. But what you going to watch?
No, I'm kind of with Gunner, man. We play at the same time. It'd be nice to kind of just tune in the game, just to see, what the builds are looking like, and but
Exactly.
Nah.
All right. Anthony, again, I apologize. Obviously, you are way too goddamn far. But would you go if you were here? It's a free game.
Yeah, well, I don't get to watch much NFL, so I would probably go for the spectacle. So, yeah,
Okay,
I would.
that's
But
fair.
not out of any love for any of the teams there.
That's
about
another
you?
thing. I
What
ain't been
about
to a
you,
Lions
John?
game, so I don't want to see no other team play right now until I see them play first.
That's fair. John, what about you? Would you be going to see them? Obviously, they play at the same time the Lions play. Would you be going to that?
Yeah, I didn't think about that. No, I'm not missing my Lions lose to the Giants to watch another team. Now, granted, it'd be a great scouting opportunity, but no, I'm not missing my Lions. Sorry. Free isn't always good. Free ain't always good.
Not always. What about you,
John, we're
Cram?
not
Would you
losing to
go?
the Giants, man.
They're going to triple those beer prices there.
The last
I
2
got-
weeks we have beaten teams we should beat that are falling apart. Till then,
And we should
prove
beat
me
the
otherwise.
Giants, too.
Hey, I'll be positive. I'll be realistic. You be positive.
At the beginning of the season, did you think that we'll beat the Giants?
Oh,
We're both in rebuilding. I didn't know that was a coin flip.
Yeah, I did. I thought we would beat the Giants at the beginning of the season, but Crimson.
I would hope we would,
you-
because we were
Crimson.
supposedly the best, worst rebuilding team out of everybody. We were supposed to be the best rebuilding team. So, out
Crimson,
of that,
would you go
then
to the
yeah.
game?
My problem is, okay, here's my biggest issue with watching other teams, and this has always been my biggest problem. If I don't have a horse in the race, I have zero interest. If I'm a homer, and that's kind of how it's always been with me, I stick with my home teams, and I ride and die with them. If I watch any other team, I don't have any horse in the race. I don't care. I'm like, I don't care who wins or loses, so I have no stake in this. So I have zero interest of seeing it.
Okay. I mean, I just couldn't do it because the game is on at the same time as the Lions, and I just can't. I prefer to see the team that I root for
See.
play than anything goes.
I could watch both I could be there, watch the Lions game, and wouldn't have to pay for anything. I go to high school games and watch football scouting for when they go to college. So I'm pretty much a football god. So I'd take my family for free, and then I'd go in the suite and watch the Lions game at the same time I'm watching the other game.
Look, I'm not mad at that. I've stopped my car for little Pop Warner games. Don't get me wrong, but I just because the Lions are playing at the same time, I couldn't do it. And for the final question, this is the final question before we get into final thoughts, because I got to do a little bit of a shorter show because I'm sleepy and I ain't gonna lie to y'all. They're getting all their hours out of me, and I don't even care about overtime. In fact, to the people who enjoy overtime, God bless you. They can kick rocks with this. They can kick rocks with
Amen.
overtime.
Up top. Amen to that, brother.
All right, here's the final question, because this is something I gotta dive into. Has Dan Campbell turned the corner after going on a 2-game win streak? Start off with you, Mike.
I think, I don't know if it's Dan Campbell himself to the corner, but I feel like the team's starting to believe. I think that may be a corner that's being turned. I'm yet to see. I want to see him continue to coach the way he did versus the Chicago Bears game. I was very proud of the way that he coached. But I'm a wait and see, but I do feel the players are starting to believe.
Okay. Anthony, has Dan Campbell turned this corner?
It's hard to say definitively right now, but I am seeing signs that he is. Like I say, his decision-making on the field, I'm seeing better decision-making in terms of when to take his field goals, when to go his touchdowns, be a bit more aggressive with that. And you're starting to see what this team is now. Now, this is a young team, around the board, but when it's confident, when it's got those wins under them, that's when the team becomes dangerous. We're starting to see the plan with the players. Pascal's back and playing well. Jacob's back playing well. You're starting to see the overall picture of the team they're trying to build, and it looks positive. So for me, he's on the right track. He's not there yet, but if he carries on the way he's going, then I would be much more inclined to say yes in a month's time.
Okay. What say you, Rumble? Have Dan Campbell turned the corner for you?
Man, I think Mike and Anthony kind of hit where I was getting ready to go. But to be honest, I think he's getting more. I don't know. After we, let go of Aubrey Pleasant, man, I don't know what happened, man. It felt like the whole team got a resurgent. Like, I don't know, man. It's so weird. But I feel like the guys are out there popping, especially Okuda. He's out there hitting our players, knocking them out. So I feel like everybody's got a resurgence out of nowhere, man. Maybe it could have been the bye week, but yeah, I think Dan Campbell's starting to click with him. He's starting to get confidence in these guys, and the guys are starting to get confident in him. So if they pull off this road win, then yeah, I'm all in. I'm gonna go. Yeah, he's turned a corner. It's hard getting a win, but 2 road wins in a row in brutal areas, yeah. I can't say he hasn't at that point.
Hey, I ain't mad at you. What the hell? Gotta knock me off some Trent. Well, kudos to you. I'm laughing because this came out. I'm like, what? Shout out to you. You good for you. All right.
Okay.
Obviously, Gunner.
Sure.
Has he turned the corner?
I would say he's starting to turn that corner. The way like the last 2 games were going down, where it was just like it was up to the defense to make the plays. Those type of games last year, we would just lose. Like let's be honest, we would lose those games, or even like the first half of the year, we definitely would lose those games. But I think he continues the way he's going. Yeah, I think he will fully turn the corner. I'll sell my head out. So.
All right, go ahead. Be peaceful, man. You be safe out there, Gunner.
Right.
Take care, man.
Grizzy.
Peace.
Take care.
Grizzy, has he turned the corner?
I said it's still to be determined, man. We can't just take it after like 2-3 game winners. You feel me? Like, give me a couple more wins and then I believe that. But right now, he's got a lot more to show though. I mean, yeah, he has taken the steps, and I've seen the steps, but to see that he just turned the corner, the tape's still out there. You gotta let me know. You gotta show me a little bit more.
John, has he turned that corner for you?
Ditto to what the last man just said. It's looking nice, but you gotta keep going, and then show me on Thanksgiving, even if you lose, that you're in it. That it's if we lose, that it's just because hey, we don't have real starters in there and we got backups playing. But he's almost there. He's got a little whiles to go if he can keep going. I'm in on him. He's got to do it in New York, and he's got to at least show that it's just, hey, I'm playing with backups and I'll have my full starters. That's why we lose to Buffalo. If he can do that, I'm all for it.
I just hope Myles Garrett just destroyed the shit out of Josh Allen, and we ain't got to worry about him. That'd be nice.
Man, that'd be beautiful.
Come on, Luke. Come on.
Oh, man.
Hey, to be the man, you gotta beat the man. Ric Flair.
That's fair. But
I love Ric Flair.
If the man knocked out, we just step right over. I ain't got to worry about it.
Exactly. And for me, I just want that for Thanksgiving.
Ric Flair be poking people's eyes out, dog. Ric Flair poke people's eyes out.
But that ain't gonna happen in the playoffs at the Lions. You ain't gonna get that lucky. So we want to get playoff wins. You gotta beat them. You gotta knock them down.
That means we got to take a bat before their knees before the game. We all can mount up and get some bats.
Then we have to do it. We have to be the ones to do it. Not someone else.
Has he turned the corner? Ramsey, you there?
I'm here.
Has he turned the corner?
I've got to go with the John and Gretzky opinion on this one. I gave the man a milestone, and I don't think it was a really high one. I said 6 wins minimum. You haven't reached there. You don't get me wrong. You are on the right track. But what I need you to do, take what you've learned and actually excel at it. Don't revert back, because I've seen coaches do this all the time. And I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, he's turned the corner. He's definitely the guy. It'd be foolish on my part. You don't become a Lions fan for 20 years and not get jaded. So I'm being cautiously optimistic. But again, I'm just putting myself to a point where I don't disappoint myself here. It is interesting to see that Aubrey, him being fired, seemed to have lit a fire under our secondary. And I don't know what got into Kirby. But...
No, don't do that. That's just not true. That's just not true. In fact, it's not a fire that was lit. If you go back and you look at what's going on with our secondary, it had nothing to do with RB Pleasant. It had nothing to do with that. It was the message that the players got that, damn, they just traded TJ Hawkinson. Damn, they just fired our coach that we like and love. It's a message that was sent. It didn't change nothing like the fire. What it did was it basically told them to do your damn job. And when you look at them right now, they're actually doing the things that they're supposed to be doing. Even if they do it bad, they're still doing it. I don't know if it's the firing of Pleasant that led to that as much as look at the changes that they've made. They've moved people around who are actually complimenting each other. And I think that's a bigger reason why you're seeing a little bit more fight from the team on that side of the ball.
That's the thing. The defense has turned it around, and that's been kind of impressive to see. Think it also helps that Josh Pascal's come back. And like I've said when we had Aiden Hutchinson, this is why when I did a lot of my draft boards, I wanted a second edge rusher. And Pascal and Aiden seem like a pretty good duo together. And now that Romeo's coming in, I don't know if Romeo's going to be, lights out or just coming off of an Achilles injury. So I'm not expecting him to blow it up or anything like that. But it should be interesting to see Romeo and Aiden out there together. And for Shark, well, it'd be great to have a deep ball receiver if we had a quarterback that had deep ball potential.
And just say, all right, people, let's get into these final thoughts. But before we get to that, let me do this really quick. So, Man Hour has made these beautiful T-shirts in honor of
Can't wait to get one.
And all of these proceeds go towards the National Suicide Prevention Association, which actually pays licensed therapists and other type of aiding services for people who can't afford it to get help. That makes it so that they are not feeling alone. And the shirts are very simple. It's a message that I resonate with, which is stay, tomorrow needs you. This is so important to me. Y'all have no clue. And so when y'all do this and y'all invest in this, it goes into helping a bigger cause. There's some people who even want services, but they don't have insurance. And these proceeds from the National Suicide Prevention Association, those fees go directly to paying for those services. Just putting it out there, is linked on every video. Going to get you a T-shirt. I got all the colors, including the pink one. I think I wore the pink one for breast cancer awareness. And then I had explained to a few people what was going on with that, and it's so worth it. And so, like I said, just show some love and support if you can. If you can't, I get it. Spread the word. That's just as important. But I just want to do something that allows me to continue my fight to just make sure that people understand that you matter. By buying a Stay Tomorrow Needs You shirt is very important. So just want to put that out there. All right, let's get to these final thoughts, good people. Start off with you, Jon Kapler. Give the people your final thoughts for the day.
When this video is done and it's able, go back to the end of this, right before where we're at right now. Make a clip of that last section of that shirt and post it to your friends and family. Christmas time is coming up. This is about to be my present to my family. I don't have anyone that I know of in my family besides me that goes through this, but it makes a great Christmas present. If you're going to spend money on family members, forget gift cards, go out and get everybody a T-shirt. I don't know how much the shirts are. I think about $25. I'm hoping I can drop a crap ton on every color and get someone in my family, every member in my family at Christmas time one. Support. Like life is short. And you never know when you're gonna have a bad day, and you're not gonna want to be here. But I promise you, it's worth staying. I've been there. I think we've all had moments to where something's happened and we don't want to be here. We just don't see what's worth living. But you know what? Get yourself some sleep. Talk to a friend. Talk to a family member. Hell, you know what? If you don't feel comfortable, find a stranger. Find me. Find Luke. Find someone that maybe, if you're feeling judgmental, like this person's going to be judgmental, find a stranger. Strangers don't give a damn. Tell a stranger what's going on.
Yeah,
we need you here.
100%. My man, Grizzy. Final thoughts for the day, good sir.
It feels good to be a Lions fan. We're on a winning streak, man. Let's just keep this up, man. And let's beat these Giants on Saturday, man.
Yeah, I believe we will do it. If we don't, something's
Short
wrong.
and
Crimson Shadow, give the people your final thoughts.
Well, my message goes out to the ones that keep wanting to say tank, 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 lose everything. Look, if you're worried about the franchise quarterback, don't worry. The Rams will do it because Stafford has your back.
I love it.
I mean, he took a stab at Stafford.
He had a Super Bowl. He's fine.
He ain't even playing.
Exactly.
Damn.
Exactly.
My man's Rumble. Final thoughts, sir.
Yeah, man. It's Thanksgiving time, man. Time to, really, show what you're thankful for, man. Enjoy your family. Again, enjoy this awesome football we're about to have. We got the University of Michigan, Ohio State. We got the Lions on the road yet again. Man, oh my goodness. We got a home game. Like, there's so much to look forward to. You guys keep roaring. Keep your pride, man. I'm so proud of this team, man. I'm so proud of everyone involved. I'm so proud of you, the fans, for sticking to Luke G, this platform, everything, man. I'm thankful for a lot of things, man. So, let's see what these boys bring to New Jersey. It ain't New York, it's New Jersey they're playing in. So let's see what they got. Let's see what they got, man. It's another road win. Shout out to 2 huge divisional wins. I think those are huge. I think, that's kind of why I'm leaning towards Dan Campbell kind of turning the corner a little bit. So hey, man, my hat's off to this team, man. I think they're going to bring it. So.
And obviously, Mike over there giving you the Vogue. Mike over there giving you the Vogue look.
Oh my God! Mike, stop it! Stop
what
it!
Is your
Turn on the light,
sir?
If we win Sunday, we're all master beaters.
Wow! No, wow!
If we win, you're turning on that damn light. Is what you're doing if we win. So please win.
I'm sorry. I can't. I got some people back here with duct tape. I can't turn this light on.
Yeah, let me hurt me off here. I got enough indictment evidence to go against me. So let me make sure I don't give no more aid. And obviously, last but certainly not least, one of the most loyal YouTubers and fans out there of this team, all the way from the UK. The myth, the legend himself, Mr. Anthony from RachelMarieSports UK. Give me your final thoughts.
So I've got a few final thoughts today. First, everyone on the panel here, great getting to chat to you all. Love doing this show, especially with you, Luke. So thanks for having me on as always. Thanks for everyone who's come on. For everyone in the chat, Lions fandom, enjoy these 2 wins. Hopefully, if we get this 3rd one this upcoming week, then we're going to have a hell of a party next week. So it's going to be great fun. So I hope these good times carry on rolling. But my final and most important message is to the employers of Luke G. If you don't stop working this man so hard, I'm going to get on a plane, fly over the Atlantic, land in Detroit, and come kick y'all's ass. Because he deserves better than that. So treat him better, because this man is a treasure.
Preach to him. Listen,
Real talk. Luke, you, Mike, Dose, man. I swear, it wasn't for y'all, man. I wouldn't even thought about podcasting. Man.
Yes.
And I really appreciate
that. Amen to that. Praise hallelujah to that.
All y'all, man. I appreciate all y'all, man. For real. Like,
it's funny, man. The history of it, of how it all happened, is funny. I remember Mike's first video. Mike dropped his first video.
You gotta send me the link to that one. I've never seen that one before.
He's like,
because it's never been uploaded.
Listen, he's like, I did it. Let me see the video looks like. Mike is off in the corner with some sunglasses on, like he was just beaten or something, and it was. I'm like, Mike. I'm like, if you could be on camera, and you are on camera, you might want to look at the camera. He was like, "You think so?" I feel like I know that you probably want to look at the camera.
I didn't know what the hell to do, man.
Hey, he didn't have the problems I had. I can lose employment for this. So, but yeah, I'm happy to know that we're growing a community where people have a chance to speak their piece and have their voice. And it's not about how big or small your channel is. It's about being able to say, look, somebody's going to type in the word Detroit Lions, and they're going to go through every video they can find and see and hear people talk about their team, and you can be a part of that process. So salute to that. All right, good people. Here's my final thought, because I can't end the show like like, just on a bad note. Got to do it in a good one. And so thanks to everybody who came and hit the like button and everything, who showed up, all my guests who came on. But again, this is very swift. Today's positive quote comes from Elon Musk. It's just, I could not believe he said this, and it made so much sense to me. He said, people would damn near lose their lives trying to fight to find a charger for their phone, but won't show a sense of urgency for anything else. Ooh, Jesus.
Amen.
Ooh,
Now, let me just tell y'all something. I've seen a lot of things in my last couple of years. Really, I've had a lot of tragedies and things going on. But you know what? The fighter in me never gives up. The fighter in me never wavers. And I'm finding that some of y'all have lost y'all minds when it comes to y'all will to fight. You think that you're out of the fight when you still have an opportunity to throw a punch here or to put a foot in front of the other and keep running. Don't keep getting beat up by people who don't understand your life mission, who don't understand your purpose. They're trying to beat you up because they see greatness in you. And when you find a way to fight back, when you find a way to be better and bigger and move forward, you find your true self, you find your purpose, you find your meaning. You got the same sense of urgency to find a charger before your cell phone dies. Take that same sense of urgency and go and get these things that you claimed that you were going to do done. You said you was going to change the brakes on the car, then do them. If you said you were taking the trash out, why wait till tomorrow? If you said that you were going to start working out, why put it off? Get it done. Put some fight behind you and push yourself to a point where you become what you never thought you can be, which is the best version of yourself. And that's why everything that comes against you, because everything about you says greatness. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. And if you don't do nothing else at all, don't be no chump. Please do your research. We are out. I appreciate you, love you all, and enjoy your time.